Hello and welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I am so very happy that you are here with me today in this week's episode of Be One, Be You. We are diving into the theme, the power of love. We are on the quest for love. We volunteer experiences, our emotions. We take risks. We open up to go through the void. We choose to face fear, and we choose to allow love to touch us, because deep within all of us, we know that love is what makes us who we are and pushes us forward to fulfill that place inside of each and every one of us that wants to be touched, to want to feel what only love can give. Many of us run from love. We sabotage love for various reasons. We look towards love to fill the places of emptiness within inside of ourselves. We get holier than thou with love. We identify love with our ego. We think that everything that we are doing for someone should be acknowledged, accepted, and praised. When we are truly connected and united in love, we are giving for the sake of giving. We are not trying to balance love with what we expect and hope another person gives back to us. We stay in that frequency of love because we trust and know that the power of love is what it's really all about. Love is what makes everything work together in this world. And as you move through those very sensitive and sometimes fragile, very fragile places within ourself that feels too vulnerable to open up, each time we step through that door, we learn something new about love. Perhaps we are learning that we have to discern more, choose who we open to, pay attention to the way that we loved a parent, a mother or father. Pay attention to how we love who we choose to love, because we are trying to mend and heal an old wound. And so we end up in relationships that are similar in quality and feeling to the ones with our parents. And we equate the way that we are loved as love, as being what real love is. Whether you know someone or you've been through that door yourself, you know what it's like when you wake up from a dream of an uncomfortable relationship, one that just keeps getting more dramatic and doesn't work. And you realize that you've been trying to get the acceptance from this person, and that person's inner core being is very similar to the way a parent treated you, and you defined love as that. Perhaps you had a very intellectual parent and you developed your intellect over your creativity when really you were born creative. But in order to show how much you loved that parent and inwardly hoping that you would get that love back, you gave away your alignment, You gave it up to become what they needed from you, and thus lost your connection to loving yourself. The power of love comes through in every situation throughout all of your 24 hours of your day. What you say to yourself or your partner before you turn the lights off at night, to when the sun rises in the morning, or perhaps it's a cloudy day and there's just a dull light coming through the windows, and nevertheless, it is light itself. And it's gray because it is the combo of black and white. And the ways that you leave love happen throughout your day. The ways that you can cast judgment and opinions, but most of all, how you can turn away from the love that is inside of you. So today, of all days, this very special day, this very special moment in your life, may you recommit to the power of love within inside of yourself, so that in you the ache that you have, the unfulfilled dreams, and even an illness, the pain of a loss, the hopes of things turning around for you, to know that when you turn into the love that is deep inside of you and hold on to that love and ask the universe to show you love, to teach you love, and to guide you through love, all of a sudden things begin to shift in your life and solutions begin to happen before your very eyes. When when you really own it, of how you avoid love, how you avoid that deep loving presence between yourself and another, in yourself with yourself, in yourself and with the unknown. When you face that, it gives the universe the opportunity to open its door to teach you love. You are here to learn about love. Love itself guides you. When you stay open first to the love that is within inside of yourself, you are receiving your greatest teacher. That love that you open to receive is God itself. God blessing you. You don't have to believe anything. All you have to do is explore the love. So many of us have mistaken and mistake sex for love. And when you take that big risk to get to really know someone before you dive in to the sexual engagement together, what happens is that you are pushed to face your stuff and the ways that you don't love come up. And when you do jump into a relationship, heart first, and dive into sex together, what's going to happen is all your stuff will still come up. And in that most hilarious experience that can really bring up a lot of emotions and conflict, and also it brings up compatibility, and it brings up the fears. And then you choose to take that greater risk in order to have your heart met. When you choose the love inside of you, healing happens. So the stuff comes up. You know what that feels like. And if you don't, when you love, you gotta expect it, that your stuff will come up. If you're loving another person and they love you, their stuff will come up too. Because we are given the imprint of what love is from a very early age. And many of you have even taken it back into utero. How does it feel? How did it feel to be in your mom's utero, in her uterus, in those utero months? And you are forming into life. You are forming through love or without love. You know in the cells of your divine intelligence the power of love. Because when you are loved, it motivates you to go beyond your own limitations, to take the risk of being human. And when we are human, really human, we open ourselves up to the unknown. And it is how we respond in the unknown that gives us that magic coin, the magic ticket to move forward. When we don't even try to move through the unknown and we're staying with everything that feels known, we miss out on what love really is. Real love always takes you through and beyond what you're normally used to. Real love cracks you open. And know that when you are in love, when you are being loved, when there is real love happening with someone, the experience is opening you to love. And the other person may or may not be the appropriate partner for you to make a life commitment with. Know that that person came into your life to crack you open to love. It's an initiation, it's an awakening. We are rarely told that this experience happens until we go through attaching ourselves to a person and making them the person who is bringing us closer to love, that we need that person to feel the love. Know that the love is inside of you, and true love gives you the power experience of love, of where love opens in yourself. So when another person is in love, when you are in love, the presence that you are in has the ability to help another person open to that love. They feel it. They may not even know what's going on, but they feel the power of love. So before you think about forgiving someone who has hurt you in this life, choose the power of love in yourself. Find that doorway and unlock the door to the love that is underneath a wound, that has been inside of you but couldn't come out because someone hurt you. Physically, emotionally, psychologically, intellectually, spiritually, sexually. The key to healing wounds is to find that love inside of you first. That love inside of you is connected to the source of the power of love. The love that I'm speaking of is an invisible love until your inner senses awaken and you see love. You see how it works in nature. you see that all life is connected into love. And you witness the world thinking that it has power, that how it thinks or reacts or misuses power is so great. But it really isn't so great. It's the turning away from the love inside and creating the opposite of that. So when you miss the potential of love, when you deviate from love and you make something all about yourself, know that that's because you've been hurt by love and you forgive yourself for how you responded, perhaps shutting down, perhaps acting as if it didn't matter, perhaps trying to be overwhelmingly commanding, controlling, manipulating. Those are reactions and responses to a lack of love. True love lives inside of you, and nothing can take away love. You can feel pretty lousy or bent out of shape or emotionally beat up. Yeah, it's true, of course. When another person is denying your love, denying who you are because your existence is love. And as a human being, you are awakening to love. Are you loving what you're doing? Are you loving being in your body? Are you loving love even when times get hard, when your body's hurting? Where do you turn? If you turn towards love and you find that love over and over again, it will know where you are and it will always find you and it will call your name and pull you closer to it until you struggle, until your resistance gets worn down. So the faster you let go of your resistance, which for some of us is really hard, right? We question, we over question, we over doubt. And then you get to a point where you just don't want to fight anymore. You don't want to fight yourself. You don't want to fight how love is trying to teach you and reach out to you. And you decide to love your body, love yourself. You decide to receive the love inside of yourself. You decide to feed your body foods that build the love instead of numbing it. You decide to keep your mind focused on words and themes and activities, topics that support you being in love. And you show up in your career, in your life, in your work, not from preaching love, but being love, choosing to emanate that love so that everything that you are giving thanks for comes from love. And it comes from the depth of your heart, in your chest, from the depth of your soul, which is right there in your solar plexus. And you're touching in so that you are fed and nurtured. And your criteria now is changing from how much money you have or how much influence you have or how other people think of you or how great you perform in your life into how much love are you bringing? How much are you serving those that you love from love? And you release the ways that you've held back and have tried to be someone instead of being love. As you dive into the heart of you, you discover greater love. And I'd like to invite you to dive into the heart of love in the Spirit Gateways Institute. And I invite you to come check out, feel into it, feel if it's right for you, the Evolutionary Empowerment Global Village membership. And it is a monthly subscription institute. It's a full online university training school of life. And I welcome you to come check out my website, Ayana Lahi, IANALAHI.com, and wishing you a really beautiful next few days, next week, and may your days and your nights come together in deeper love and acceptance and deep gratitude for the opportunity that you are given to jump in, explore, and become the love that you are and grow through that deep love. Holding you in deepest love, spreading my arms wide open to embrace you, and may the wings of your heart fly free. Until next time, this is Ayana Lahi. Thank you so much for being here with all of us.